Right guys, I'm back again. I've been training for a couple of years now. I got really fat, got into good shape in terms of leanness, started to bulk, and I overate and I put loads of weight back on, so I had to cut again, which is what you guys saw on the channel. That's what I documented, and I got into okay shape, and I thought cutting further probably wouldn't be good value. It wouldn't be value enough for me. I would just get skinnier and skinnier and just look stringy. Also, like many fat people, overweight people, when you do lose weight, you have like some degree of body dysmorphia, and you feel uncomfortable in your skin no matter what shape you're in, kind of. So I was battling a bit of that as well. So I got super lean, didn't want to go further because I was like, you know what, in my clothes I look small already, and then in the circles I was hanging around in, small guy, just not very happy. So I was like, you know what, let me go on a good amount of bulk. I'll bulk for a while, get my numbers up in the gym, most importantly, put some size on, and then cut and restart. Let's do it. Now, here's where things fell apart for me. This happened before. When I started bulking, I sort of lost control. Maybe because inherently I'm just a fat guy, because that's how I got fat in the first place, really. But this time it was different. So what happened to me this time was where I just felt like quitting. I just felt like stopping eating well. So I was actually relatively eating okay, but I just lost self-control where when I was cutting, I was switched on like this. I wasn't letting anything extra on my system. Every calorie was accounted for, apart from like oil spray. I didn't really count that, or seasonings. I didn't really count those. But every food I ate, drink, everything was accounted for. I just stopped doing it. I still roughly was around my calories because remember what I said about body dysmorphia. I still had that. So when my weight would creep up slightly, I knew how much to eat to keep my weight at bay. But the whole point was to gain weight. Remember? So it was just useless. I was just sat there spinning my wheels for a couple months, and then I fell out of love of training, because this channel has been amazing, I guess. I've made some videos along the way, just as a bit of fun, really. And then I just started getting too serious about training in the way where I was trying to find the perfect program. Regardless of what I say on the channel, I was giving you all the right information about, doing this, doing that. I was researching loads. I've read tons of books and everything, but I feel like that's where my downfall was. I just didn't like training as much anymore because I was trying to perfect every single detail, and every other day I'd start cross-checking things with myself, saying, hang on, if this is like this, then why is this like this? And then, for example, volume was a big one for me, where I was like, oh no, I need to pinpoint the right amount of volume. But then when I'd go execute it a couple of days or 3-4 days later, I'd be like, something's not working, I'd change again. I've never been a serial program hopper, but it just happened to me. I just don't know how slowly I went down that slope where I just started basically eating kind of whatever I wanted, but I was still in a deficit, really, I think, or maybe even at maintenance. But my training just sucked. It just sucked. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys can relate. Just thought I'd share that with you. The reason why I've been away, because I literally had to sit down with myself and I said, I don't want to do this anymore. I've had enough. I had a good time when I was training. I'd lost loads of weight. I'm out of issues in terms of health. I'm not going to bother really anymore. I don't think I enjoy training anymore. And I know part of it is sucking up and doing the work, but then my mind was like, what am I doing it for, really? I wanted to be in good shape. I got there, kind of. I'm not happy with where I am, obviously. Everyone's got their goals to work on physically as well, especially. But it was more so the case, like, I know what it takes, I believe, and I don't think I have it in me to do that anymore. Not ability-wise, not skill-wise, not time-wise even. Just the will wasn't there anymore. And then I quit for 3 months or so. I just didn't lift, I think. 2-3 months I didn't lift. I've not lifted. I was lifting on and off 2 days a week, 3 days a week, here and there, not really sticking to my program. I'd just cut the last exercises, 2-3 exercises. I'd just run it off. I'd be like, yeah, I don't really, next week I'm just too late. I need to go home, I've got work. Whereas before, these things were there. They were present. If anything, it was harder because I was on a deficit. I was doing my morning walks and evening walks. I was proper on it. And then I had the same issues, but I was able to get it done. But this time I had more food in me, so I should have had more energy. I was sleeping a bit better. I just couldn't get the work done. And another thing was, like, I was trying to be the expert. I feel like that's where I kind of went wrong. My numbers aren't great. I'm one of those guys that's been lifting for a couple of years and the numbers don't reflect that. And I truly believe that, I've got a long way to go before I start sort of feeling like, okay, I need to make this change. And along with that, what came was like a false persona, I believe. Like on YouTube, I know, like, I've read books and done this, that, whatever, but I've not really lived that, I've not really been at that zone where I can talk about deloads, this, that, whatever. I don't think I'm that advanced anyway. And then when I was out here on YouTube speaking to you guys, I felt like a bit of a pretender. I felt like you know what, why am I giving these people advice? But you know what, I've got a YouTube channel I need to maintain. Let me give these guys some good advice. I know you guys appreciate the advice, and it's good for me to let you guys know things that I've learned and all, but I'm going to do it in a different capacity now. I feel like I want to be more myself without a filter, none of that. So I just want you to purely follow my journey, and on the way we can both learn. And anything I do learn, obviously we talk about it session by session, video by video. Now my diet isn't 100%. I just want to throw that out there. My diet sort of, like I said, I put so much pressure on myself trying to perfect every macro, this, that, whatever. I was losing focus on the overall picture, and I just wasn't having the main thing, which was consistency. So to be more consistent, over the last 3 weeks, my diet sort of started off being really crap, like I told you guys about. It just got better and better and better. I think now my diet's a lot better. So I've nailed my breakfast, my meals. We'll talk about meals in a different video. Nailed my breakfast, nailed lunch, nailed my pre-workout meal. Timing could be a bit better. I've had it a couple hours ago. Normally I'd have it an hour before, but it's not a huge deal. Now my final meal is something I struggle with. I'm getting sick and tired of eggs, so that's a big problem, because what it is for me, I found that was the easiest to chuck in quickly. Come home starving, on the pan, whack a few eggs in, takes about 3 minutes to cook, and I was ready to go. I just put it in a wrap. But over the couple of years that I've had eggs every single day, I have like 4 eggs a day, just getting a bit too much now. I need to find a replacement. That's something I will research and I'll update you guys on. But my diet is coming along the way. Training's been actually quite good. My lifts have gone up significantly purely because I'm in an actual surplus now, and I'm not worrying about my weight creeping up because I've accounted for the calories like I used to do before. And I knew what calories I was on. I think I was on about 2,300 calories, and I would still lose weight, so I was bumping it to 23 to 25, and I was at maintenance. So I'm trying to aim for 27, 2,800 calories right now, which has been going okay. But yeah, guys, that's from me right now, and I'll catch you guys in the gym and we'll have a chat later. Yeah, Screwfix truck reminded me that timing is everything, and that I should have left a bit earlier to avoid being stuck behind him. No word of a lie, guys, this is the busiest the gym's ever been. I don't understand. I don't know if there's an event going on or if there's something, but car park, that's the gym. Car park is completely full. I'm parked out here like some shady dude, but I mean, I literally was in there fighting for my life for some space. For a space, I couldn't find anything. Now my only concern is the gym I go to has 2 squat racks, usually completely free, because there's a lot of bodybuilders in my gym, like advanced bodybuilders, so they sort of tend to go on the machines more. I'm not advanced, obviously. Now the only issue is there's so many people here, I'm not sure the squat racks are going to be free, and I've got my first 2 exercises. I've got deadlift and overhead press. They're both on the squat rack, and I kind of want to do them first. Let's see what happens. So that was the session done. I don't know, with this training session setup,
basically, I don't know if I should record all the sets if you guys actually even care that much. I don't know. Like, I know I've got a small, very, very small audience, obviously, but I know you guys, I want to give you guys the best content possible. So I record my first set. Actually, I don't record all of them. I record my first set, and then I just sort of get my head down and start training. But obviously, if it gives you guys value, I'm not sure if you guys can let me know. If it gives you value, I'll record more of my sets. My whole goal is just to obviously show you what exercise I'm doing, and if I've hit PRs or not, which we'll talk about in a minute, and then just keep it moving. That way it's more sustainable for you guys to watch as well. You don't want to be sat there watching me just basically do the repeated movements again and again. I know it can be helpful in the way where you see the intensity go up, obviously, or the rep drop offs or anything like that. Oh, shit, we need to go shops. I need to go shops. I've got a few bits to catch. And I know, look at this, filming in the dark. It's only 7 o'clock, 7:30 actually, nearly. And normally outside it'd be nice and bright. But as you can see, I'm not a winter person. I've complained too much in this video. Right guys, so I'm going to have, these are goated by the way, from Aldi. I've tried the little ones, the other ones you get from farm foods, I don't know what they're called, the orange kind of ones. But yeah, these are goated. Half of this, half toe of this, and have a bean burger with no sauce, or maybe the light mayo, and with some salad. And that'll be my post-workout meal today. I am still trying to find a replacement for the eggs. Like I said, I'm struggling to find a replacement for the egg meal. There's absolutely no chance I want eggs anymore. So we'll figure that out, but for now, that's what I've got. It fits in my macros as well. Yeah, got the Sky yogurt, about 250 grams roughly, with some mixed nuts and with zero syrup. Back in the days, these guys, Protein Works, used to market it as 0 calories, you know. I don't know if that's the case anymore, so I just thought I'd do it by eye, kind of, if that makes sense. So what are we looking at? Where does it say it? So over here, I think per 100 mil, there's about 13 calories. So yeah, near enough 0. That's not 100 mil at all. That's probably like 5, 10 mil. So yeah, quite low calories. Now I've got the burger. So what it consists of is the brioche bun itself. This is the non-seeded version. I've not magically gone out and bought a different bun. American cheese, very low calories. Light mayo. So this actually has 11 calories per tablespoon. So that in there, and I've actually put some garlic granules in there. So the little granules, they come in this little Schwartz packaging or any other brand they do them. What it does is if you mix it with light mayo, it tastes like garlic mayo. So technically, without having loads of calories, garlic mayo is very high in calories in general. Without packing on so many calories, you can get the same thing. It tastes exactly the same. But I'm just going to dig into this now and we'll have a chat in a sec. So that was it, guys. So the rebuild is kind of on now. So I don't see myself sort of deviating now. And you guys saw my training program, training system. And yeah, so what I'm currently doing is trying to get to 80 kilograms. Now currently I weigh about 74, 75, sort of hovering between the two weights. I'm going to push it to 80. If you plug my numbers in, like my weight and my BMI and all that stuff, it probably comes up like, most people would probably say cut now, but I'll do a physique reveal maybe in the next week or two. You guys will see like, what am I cutting down to? You know what I mean? That's the issue that I had initially. I cut down, I didn't have a lot of muscle, my numbers weren't great exactly, so what am I cutting for? So I'm just thinking, I'm taking the approach of, you know what, let me get my first initial 20 pounds of muscle, 20, 25 pounds of muscle that I should have gained when eating a surplus, or when people start as newbie gains. I feel like I didn't really make full use of that. And I think that's evidenced by my numbers now. So the weights that I'm lifting currently are better than when I was leaner. Of course, I've put on 4 kilograms since then. But even with my inconsistent training and, you know, my diet not being great, just because of that surplus, I've been able to lift so much more. And I'm not going to cap it at where I would go. Normally, where I would suggest is, you know, if you're 70 kilograms, go to 75 and then go back down a little bit and then go bulk again. I'm not going to do a mini cut either. I'm going to bulk to 80 or 77, 78 where I feel comfortable, and then do a mini cut from there and then keep bulking from there. Now, it's easier when you're cutting in a way where it's a measurable goal, right? If you're performing well enough to keep your muscle, some days you can even have a deeper deficit. And the key is, the more you're on a deficit, the more fat you're going to lose. For me, that's easy. I can do that, where I can switch into that mode ASAP. Bulking is a bit harder because technically you're gaining weight and you know some of it's going to be fat. What happens is you see, for example, burger, or you see like your normal meal.
you're easily going to have something else as well because it doesn't show up straight away. Or on the scale, you know, like that jump is something you're looking for. Anyway, for me personally, I find it a bit more difficult. But now, with this plan in place, I'm on about 2,800 calories. I'm thinking of making sure I don't deviate. And the way I'm going to do that is take regular progress pictures, weigh myself regularly like I do anyway. Just keep myself accountable, you know. The biggest thing when you're cutting weight is you need to be in that zone, and I can switch it on because I can see instant results in front of me. And I need to sort of gear my mind, or even yourself as well, if you're struggling with the same thing. I'm not sure if you guys have gone through the same thing or are going through the same thing. If, you know, for me it was visible. Every week I'm leaner. I was like, wow, this is awesome. Let me keep dialed in. I want to do this again. I want to do it better. I want to do it better. Now, the other way to do it is, now, when you're bulking, you don't see that. If anything, it's kind of reversing, right? You're losing the shape, you're losing the definition, but you are gaining size as time goes on. What I'm trying to do is gear my mind towards, whereas cutting weight, it was more visual, where I was sort of seeing things happen in front of me, this, that, whatever. Try fall in love with the weight going up now. Not my body weight, the weight on the bar. Because ultimately, if I chase that with good form, standardized form, good reps, if I chase that, no chance in hell I'm not going to gain muscle, right? I don't want to be Jack's Fit 2.0. If I'm eating in a surplus, my weight's going up, and I've trained accordingly properly to the system, and I'm not being a little, you know, I should gain muscle. There's no way. I'm not a fairy, and I'm not like a outlier. Like, you know, my genetics are really, really bad. I'm not going to be able to gain muscle. If you put apple in a juicer, you're going to get apple juice. You put 100% in something, there's no chance you won't succeed. So that's what I'm aiming for. Fall in love with the process of pushing, adding more weight on the bar. And that's what's going to give me ultimate satisfaction. That's what's going to give you ultimate satisfaction as well. You don't want to be basically, I've been in this limbo for a while where cut, bulk, then you do it wrong because you're scared of the weight creeping up, or you're not training efficiently, you're not really focused on pushing the weight, you're trying to reach like a higher level on the bar, you're not trying to break numbers, and then what happens is your physique is mediocre, you put a lot of fat on, you cut that fat, and you're back to square one again. I'm not doing this again, and I want you guys to be in on the journey. I'm planning to do this more regularly now. I am really, really sorry. Anyone that watched my videos regularly, I don't know if you did, but if this is the first video you watched, thank you first of all. Second of all, if you are watching my videos, my previous ones as well, I just want to say sorry. Like I said, it's hard for me. I wanted to be honest and open on this channel, and I didn't want to be in a position where I'm pretending to be happy or pretending to be training well. I'm going, oh yeah, I'm having loads of veg, this, that, my diet's awesome, but I'm sat in the back having pizzas. I don't want to do that, and I don't want to come on the channel and lie and be like, yeah, I'm doing great, this is what I'm doing, my diet's awesome, and then just sort of do something else. Now I'm in the zone, and I want you guys to obviously be along the journey and support as well. That'll make me go far, and more physique reveals coming up as well, and videos like this. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you can, and I'll see you guys hopefully in another week or two. I'm going to try this format first of all and see if I can make regular videos. If not, I'm going to change the format, because for me the most important thing is getting you guys the videos you want to see and I want to make. So I'll come up with another plan. If it's not this, it'll be something else. But thank you so much. Like, share and subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.